Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, please hit the notification bell, subscribe so that you don't miss out on any future readings. This one's going to be on why are they so toxic towards you. You could literally apply this to anybody. It's going to be mainly, an interpretation of maybe what you're giving off or what you're emitting or things about your personality that make them toxic towards you. But like I said, you could apply this to anybody. A few things to note before we start. If there's anything that you like about this video, please don't hesitate to give me a like. It definitely helps my channel grow. Comment. I love reading your comments. I always tell you that the feedback is the best part of doing this job. And check out the links in the description box. There are links to my Patreon account. I do have an account right now with Patreon. And I am giving more and more life to this avenue, okay? So if you want to get more activity from me, you might want to check that out. We will start very soon. So pile 1 will be your rose quartz. Pile 2 will be your citrine. Pile 3 will be your jade. And pile 4 will be your amethyst. Take your time, but feel free to pause the video. But if not, we're going to get right into it, starting with pile 1. Okay, pile 1. We are going to be drawing advice too with this as well. And from my Britney Carmichael deck. So let's just see what's going on here. If you missed my intro, guys, please check out the link in the description box. I do have a Patreon account. If you're interested in seeing more activity from me, I do offer different types of readings there, okay? So what makes them so toxic towards you is that I'm getting a very envious energy here, as in maybe just doing too much. I mean, don't go ballistic and think that, I'm not saying that you're running a Fortune 500 company, but to them, you're doing a lot, okay? You're doing a lot. With the magician here, it says that you actually have a lot of skills that they're aware of, okay? So I don't know if this is talent, gifts, but they're aware of this. They're aware of all the things that you can do. And let's just be really real here. Like, if this is going to annoy somebody, this is somebody who doesn't have these talents, okay? You could be making profit off of these talents with the Page of Pentacles. There is a focus here on with skill building or someone who's using their talents to make money. Now, if you just have a regular job, this can definitely apply to you as well. In the sense where, maybe you're just really good at what you do, okay? And there's a lot of things going on in your life right now. Maybe you're sharing them. And like I said, this can apply to anybody. So people in the family, friendships, anybody who knows about this stuff, this can apply to. Now, with the World card here, it feels to me just because like we have this woman on the card and it's an elevated status, she's floating in the air, people are looking at her. It looks to me very much like all eyes on her. So I don't know, like I said, people could be very interested in you. This could be like, even when, you're with people more tend to gravitate towards you. And this kind of makes other people angry. I feel like with this pile, you could definitely be getting some snippy comments from these people. And the reason why they want to do this is to kind of like attack your self-esteem, which is sad. They are very envious of your self-esteem. Now with the 7 of Wands here, it does show that you are working towards things. Like I said, I think people know what you're doing, okay? Whatever that may be. General reading, please read between the lines. Whatever you're doing. Maybe you're just doing really well right now, or maybe you have always something going on. But we can't deny the fact that we have a man who's working towards this, okay? Not that you're a man, but there's a man working towards his goals. So maybe the people that this is offending are people who just don't have that kind of motivation. With the Page of Cups here, like I said, there could be a lot of nice things happening right now. Maybe you're just a really genuinely nice person too, and you don't have anything to complain about. So even like your words spoken are quite sweet. Or you just don't have anything to contribute, to like these other people's miseries, Because with the Page of Cups, it very much rules communication, but it's also messages. So you could always be on that up and up, you know, positive vibes, maybe sending memes out, and to people who just are miserable and they're just not taking it well. Like, how does that happen, right? How does that happen? Now, we can't deny the fact that we have a Queen of Wands here. So this is a very above average looking person, whether you're a man or woman watching this. You know, it just seems like you just have way too much together. It's all like the full package here. And the fact that, you know, we have a Queen of Wands and the way she's looking at me, we can't deny the fact that her beauty is on par, okay? So you could be a very creative person even with your look. She's very creative with the way that she looks. She looks like she made that headband. She has flowers in her outfit. So this is just, you know, Wands energy is creative, and Queen of Wands will always be creative in the way that she looks. So you could have a style that is impeccable, where, you know, they just can't match it, you know, and maybe if they did, it would totally look like they're copying, okay? Now, with the Three of Swords, this kind of takes a different turn here. Now, this could just apply for some of you. These people who are toxic towards you feel like you somehow hurt them. Now, I don't know if this is indirectly or directly, but it feels to me like if I would read the energy of those people, I feel like they overdid it. Like it was over, like, how do I say this? Like, if you did hurt them and somehow, I think they're taking it way worse than it was really meant to be. Queen of Wands is the type of woman who will tell you, you know, she'll tell you, okay? She will speak her mind. She'll call you out on stuff. So I feel like you were just being kind of honest, and these people feel hurt by whatever you did. So there is a Three of Swords energy. I don't feel like you're hurt. I feel like you're quite unbothered with this energy, this pile, but it's them. So I don't know. There's elements of them being hurt by you, and hence why they want to be so toxic towards you. I feel like with this pile, there's a lot of misunderstandings. I feel like if there was an actual real conversation had, it might actually be abolished, like this whole toxic situation. But again, we have the Nine of Wands here. So it could be a victorious situation, but people choose to stay in their energies. And it's interesting with the Nine of Wands too. It also points to the fact that, you know, you're really breaking down a lot of barriers. You're doing things, okay? You could be being watched. So for a few of you out there, this could actually be, you know, your YouTuber or someone who's being recognized in the community. And watched by others. So there is a little bit of envious nature here. I can't deny, okay? So let's just draw some cards on advice, okay? What's the advice for pile one in regards to these people? What's the advice for these people in regards to these toxic people? Oh my God, Queen of Wands. So funny. You know what the advice is? There is no advice. It says, be the Queen of Wands that you are, okay? And keep doing what you're doing, and don't let them bother you. See how this man is completely like engaged in his work, and he doesn't, it's like he's not looking anywhere else. You are on the right track. You're doing what you're supposed to do, and you're meant to be actually quite successful. So don't even worry about these other people. You know, this reading is actually entertainment purposes only. And it was just a fun thing to read or listen to, but it's not meant to for you to do anything about it. So, you know, don't mend things with them. It's kind of like way past that. I feel like the expiration date. Focus on your craft is what it's saying. Now let's draw some card here from my Britney Carmichael deck. Let's see what's going on here. This one's sticking out to me. Turn lemons into lessons. So maybe you've already learned your lessons from these people to never kind of do this again. You know, never, maybe you can spot the flags now, the red flags with these types of energies. Maybe you're very well skilled in these types of energies where you've dealt with these toxic people. You can spot them a mile away now. So it's saying that really close the door on this. I mean, even if you have already, good for you, but close the door on this because it's in the past. It's time to focus on you now. So these were lessons and you learned a lot about people. And it's almost like amazing now because you can actually spot them maybe when you first meet them and discard of them before anything even starts. So this is actually beautiful. This is actually exactly the way you want a reading to go when we're talking about toxic people. So Really good, pile one, really good. So let me know what you thought, and thank you so much for watching. Okay, pile two, our beautiful CITRINE. Let's see what's going on with you. We will be drawing advice, so stick around for that. And check the link in my description box. I do have a Patreon account. If you're interested, I do offer different types of readings. I will be actually doing a Nicole Brown Simpson, and Ron Goldman reading today. So you might want to look into that. Okay. So this is interesting, actually, because we have someone who maybe is sort of graduated, to be honest here, okay? We have someone who actually has stepped in their power, the Empress power. So it looks like here, when it comes to these toxic people in the past, you really let them have a go at you, okay? We have this man here. He's like defeated. He's on the ground. This could represent a kind of massive amount of things, like maybe jabs, words that were conniving, maybe even things that were really painful, okay? You didn't see clearly when it came to these people with the Two of Swords. We have the, scarf on her eyes. She's not seeing clearly whatsoever. And it looks to me as if over time, you probably did the work with the Four of Swords. There was a period of stagnation, but then you kind of reflected on it. So with here, we have the man walking away. He's looking at the moon. Moon's looking at him. So it's almost like you're getting like an intuition about this. And you step into your Empress power all of a sudden, okay? Now, the reason why these people were so toxic towards you is actually something you might not want to hear. It's because you allowed them to be for so long. I'm not saying you're doing that anymore, but you allowed them, okay? There's nothing to actually feel, guilty about with that or shame, because we all do that until we wake up. I mean, it's just common sense. That's just what happens. So don't think I'm insulting you, please. But this could be even family members. This could even be your mother. I mean, I don't know. But it could be, like I said at the beginning of this video, anybody. Now, this pile is taking a different turn for me, because when I look down at here and I see these cards here with the Star card, the Nine of Hearts, the Strength, and the Wheel of Fortune, it's actually pointing to me something like esoterical, in the sense where you had to learn these things. So it's not like it's for nothing. You were actually supposed to learn what you learned. You were supposed to learn what you were learned because you had to get into your power. So I feel for like a while, we're not living in our power. That's what I'm feeling. And you're not even seeing your power on your own. These people saw your power, so they actually aided in helping you to realize it. I'm not saying that they were aware of it, okay? But I'm saying that there's something, like I said, esoterical going on here, or spiritual, where they assisted in your growth, which is, I'm not saying to go out there and thank them, but it's what I'm seeing here. Now, the Star card is pretty interesting here with, just the way she looks. I love the illustrations of these cards. They're just so mind-boggling beautiful. The way she's just putting her intentions out into that water, and she's making things happen for herself. So it's like, I don't know, I'm feeling like, especially with these kind of cards here, it's like not seeing one's like ability. So it's like a period of, really not being the true person you're supposed to be, but they saw it. Now, they could have easily won. I feel like they were toxic towards you to kind of keep you out of this energy. And that kind of makes me feel like, when we talk about the light and the darkness here on earth, they represent the darkness. So if you're aware of light and dark, darkness, what that roams the earth, definitely tries to kind of put something, whether that's fear or whatever, into kind of souls, so that they don't progress. You know, they wouldn't want everyone to start waking up and progressing, because then they couldn't thrive here anymore. So I'm feeling like these dark forces are actually working through these toxic people, okay, to kind of keep you away from, you know, your potential. So I can't really tell you, like, in a very mundane way what it was, the reason why they were toxic to you. I feel like this is forces working from the other side, okay? Now, we have the Strength card here with the Wheel of Fortune. So like I said, I feel like there's lessons being learned. Like, you need to learn lessons, and you need to kind of get a strength about you. So I don't know what you were functioning from before. I'm not going to sit here and say, okay, you're a weak person, but like I said, there's something here along the lines of self-worth, self-growth, and turning the wheel into like a new chapter. Now, it looks to me like with this pile, you've definitely mastered it. It does not feel to me like you're in this energy anymore, like these ones here. I don't know where these people are right now, but I feel like they're okay. They're okay with what you've done. It's almost like the darkness was defeated and they've kind of just fallen away. But not just because of no reason, because you chose to take the steps. So you might have cut off a lot of people, cut them out like just cold turkey, and was like, yeah, we can't talk anymore. Or maybe you just ignored them and they fell off. But I'm feeling very much an energy of these people just kind of falling away. Like they can't thrive anymore. And this could be like an energetic thing too, where your vibration doesn't match theirs anymore too. So it can't even function. So it's wonderful. Now let's draw some cards for advice here. What do the people who picked the pile 2 citrine need to be aware of? Or what's their advice? What's their advice when it comes to these toxic people? What's the advice? Wow. So it's kind of interesting. If you look here, everybody's watching. If you can see here, everyone's watching. So we have a family here who's happy, and we have a woman watching, but she's at bay, okay? We have a King of Wands who's actually watching somebody as well. And then we have a 5 of Swords who's watching someone walk away. You're untouchable. So these people are watching, I feel like still, but they can't get to you. They cannot get to you. That's what I'm feeling, because we have too many cards that look like someone's spying. I mean, this guy has like the dirtiest smile on his face and he wants to come for this person, but the person chose to walk away. So you're not even really playing these games anymore at all. I mean, this could literally be a man that you felt was toxic in your life as well, just for a few of you out there. But you're happy. You're legit happy right now. You will not function with this kind of toxicity anymore. You're done, and they're aware of it. They're aware of it. So as far as advice, I wouldn't say that there is any. It's more just like we have lurkers, but you're protected, so they're not going to come near. It's so interesting here. I don't know if you can see this as well. We have a woman spying, and the way that her face is made up, it doesn't look happy to me. It looks like an evil face, and she's just watching you be happy, you know, with whatever you're happy with. So that could be the mother, I'm not sure, but there's definitely lurkers. So you are being watched, but don't be scared or anything like that. They can't touch you. So the darkness is gone is what I'm trying to say. So let's draw another, the darkness within those people. Let's draw a card here from this Britney Carmichael deck, as far as, you know, advice as well for you. This one is like calling my name. Awaken to your authentic self and be true to you. So what did I say? What did I say? I said you had not awakened before to your authentic self. Now you're living in your power and you're untouchable, okay? And I don't feel it's like because you're just saying, okay, I'm gonna beat your ass if you come near me. No, you're protected. You really are. And it's because you've chosen to kind of take the dive into kind of being who you are, and awaken to like who you really were supposed to be. And that meant discarding these people, because I don't feel like these people made you feel good about yourself. I feel like to some degree it was kind of really nasty. I mean, there could be a few of you out there where it was really nasty. I mean, look at this card. It's bad. It's really bad. You know, very hurtful. And, you know, you didn't feel good about yourself when you were around these people. So this is beautiful to get these cards. They all line up and they all match kind of the validity of what I was saying at the beginning. So I feel really confident with this pile that you're totally in your Empress power right now, and you're beautiful, and keep doing you. You are untouchable. Nothing can come towards you that is like, you know, of the darkness or negative forces. Your vibration is beautiful right now. And you probably realize that, you know, you're attracting a lot of great things, and it's not like it's just random, okay? So pile 2, Citrine, amazing. Let me know what you thought, and thank you so much for watching. Okay, pile 3, our Jade crystal. If you missed the intro, guys, please check the link in the description box. I do have a Patreon account. You might want to check that out. I do offer different types of readings, and I will be doing a reading today on Nicole Brown Simpson and Roger Goldman. Okay, give me a moment here. Okay, so this is interesting. I like this because it's kind of, you know, I always like when the piles are different from each other. This pile to me more points towards a very strong character. You know, we have a bunch of swords energy here. We have Ace of Swords. We have 2 King of Swords. Like, we have to acknowledge that. You could be a strong person, but a person in the sense where it's like no one's gonna tell you anything. You've always been strong, and I feel like from birth, and you have a mouth on you, okay? Because swords does rule communication, and you know, we have a lot of an energy here where it's like this person, you can't tell this person nothing. Like, even if you wanted to come for them, they're just gonna end that. They're gonna end it. They're gonna stop it in its midst. So why these people are being toxic towards you is because I feel like they can't get one over. They can't get one over on you. You're untouchable, but by your own hands. It's not like I'm going to sit here and say that you have, you know, an energy field around you. You are just a powerhouse. And I don't know why I want to say that. You know, we have the Nine of Pentacles here, so this is really a self-made person. A person who's doing a lot. This is also a person you can't come for in the sense of, you know, their background. You know, they're going to talk to you about, you know, I'm intellectual. I know this, I know that. I have this degree, I have this degree. Like, what do you want to say to me? You know, like very sassy with the Knight of Wands as well. So why these people are toxic towards you is because they can't have their way. That's the kind of main common theme I'm feeling here. Now, there could be some situations within a workplace where this is kind of happening. We do have the Institute of Work here with the 3 of Pentacles. It's interesting the way he's looking at her, too. It's like he's a little nervous to approach her as well. You know, I'm going to say something here that might be a little off topic, but with the Devil card here, this is like, I don't know if you're aware of these people who are toxic, but they're functioning from an obsessive nature. I feel like it's interesting. They want to be actually friends, but because you are not having that, it makes them in turn toxic. So you could even be a person who's very busy and doesn't have time to meet new people. Like, I'm getting all of that. Whoa. This is like your, okay, I don't know if you guys have seen that movie, Mean Girls, but do you remember Regina? Was her name Regina King? I don't remember what her last name was, but you see the way she was. I'm not saying that you were like, you know, had her attitude and the way she was mean, but it's like everybody wanted a piece of her. And she was like, oh, she just was not giving that kind of energy back. So I feel like a lot of people want at you, but it's like they can't infiltrate the space. But it's not, like I said, because of an energy field, it's because of you. Now, with this Six of Cups, this could add another element of this where this could be something about your energy that they're attracted to. This could also be energy as well, okay? You are very confident, extremely confident, and you have a mouth on you. So you exude confidence, you exude self-esteem. People want to be a part of that. But then again, it's like you're closed off, and not closed off because you have any kind of hang-ups about something. You're just very busy, or you just don't have time, you know? Now, you could be doing a lot of things as well. I cannot deny the fact of that. With the Nine of Pentacles, you could be doing a lot of things, okay? And that could irk some people around you, maybe in the family, in the friendships, I don't know. But I would say with you, pay attention to people's reactions when you're telling them about your, you know, what you're doing in life. Pay attention to that. It's very important, okay? With this pile, I'm not going to say be careful with these obsessive natures because I feel like you do a good job at keeping them away. But I can't deny the fact that we have the Devil card here. So with the Nine of Wands, there's a lot of energy coming towards you, but I feel blocked in some sense. You could find that there's a lot of people who want to compete. There could be a competitive nature here as well. So whatever you're doing in whatever field you're doing, a lot of people want to compete. They want to kind of beat you. It's like I feel like I want to beat her at something. She's just so good. She's always so right. She's so perfect. I just want to get one over, you know? I just want to see her crumble. I'm hearing these kind of weird things, you know, in my head. You're too strong of a person at this point, you know? I mean, you probably just clicked on this video for fun, which is, you know, what you should be doing. I really don't feel like you feel like toxic people can exist in your environment. It's just not even possible. But you were like, hey, what the hell? Let's see what Melissa has to say today, you know? King of Swords energy, wow, you know? Like, you really, like, no one can come. No one can come for you. You could also have this on the fence mentality about you with the King of Swords. He will be very wishy-washy in that sense where, you know, so this could be with people who approach, because I have the Nine of Wands coming towards you. I don't know if there's people who really want to just kind of be getting to know you, and then it's like they turn toxic because you're just not giving them the energy with it, you know? Maybe you're very busy. You know, Nine of Pentacles, this woman, she would be very busy, okay? King of Swords is always busy because their mind is just always going, always going. So it's interesting here. Let's see what the cards say for advice, okay? So what's the advice for pile 3, the Jade Crystal? What's the advice? I wonder what kind of advice you would get, you know? Like, what kind of advice would you get with this pile? Because it looks like these people cannot thrive, you know? So let's see here. Oh, this is advice. Give me one moment. One moment. Okay, sorry about that, guys. You do have advice here, okay? It says actually maybe soften up yourself a bit. Oh, that's interesting. So you could really be too much in your head with the King of Swords. It says kind of soften up with the Queen of Cups, maybe move into your heart center just a little bit. You know, the heart center being this card here, and exchange cups with people. So you might just be really reserved, and in turn, you're making these people feel away. You know, you don't have to take this advice, you really don't. But it feels to me like soften up, exchange more cups with people. So people want to get to know you. They think you're fabulous. You're very well looked up to. So it's saying just be a little kinder. You know, with Swords energy, I'm not going to lie, your words could be really cutthroat, okay? You might be just a very direct person, and when you speak, people might take it like a different way. You might be encountering actually a lot of these Queen of Cups, okay? Where they're a lot more softer. They don't have like the chutzpah that you do, or the toughness, where if someone maybe talked to you like that, you would probably get the message. You wouldn't take it to heart. So saying kind of just maybe soften up a bit. Let these people in, you know? That's if you want to take that advice. I'm not saying that you need to. It's just what the cards came out with. And it does kind of in a way line up with this. Because I'm telling you, people want to know you. They think you're really cool. So let's just see what these cards say. I'm curious. These are my Britney Carmichael decks. Such beautiful cards. Like that one really is sticking out to me. Turn criticism into kindness. So guys, I don't know if maybe your criticism is a little too, you know, like I said, like the way you speak is a little, like it burns people, but it says to kind of turn into kindness, okay? In the sense, like be a little softer with people, because you might get enemies this way, and you might not even know it. I mean, just to add my own take to this, I have this a little bit. People, when they're talking to me, just when I start talking about things in life, they take me the wrong way. They think I'm like aggressive, I'm a shark. I'm like none of that. And I also don't have time for people, to be honest, right now, to get to know anybody. So I resonate with this energy. I just want you to take it light and fluffy. It's not that type of message where we're insulting, you know, who you are as a person, but I could probably lighten up a bit, you know, in the sense of my delivery, how I speak, and just understand that there's different kinds of people in the world, and they're not going to always take me the same. I mean, even on this channel, I get people who think I'm angry when I'm reading, and I'm like, what are you talking about? I'm having so much fun. So I get it, okay? With this pile, please let me know if this resonated, because this was actually the most interesting one so far. Because it's not like we have you being hurt by these people. It's more just the way you behave that makes these people want to be toxic towards you. So I feel like there's a competitive nature, and you know, I to some degree have that in my life as well. Sometimes it turns people that way. So let me know with this pile, please. And thank you so much for watching. Okay. Okay, pile 4, our beautiful amethyst. We will be drawing advice, so stick around. And please check the links in my description box. I have a Patreon channel, and I give so much life to this account. So if you want more activity from me, you might want to check it out. I'm actually doing a reading today on Nicole Brown Simpson and Roger Goldman. So it should be interesting. Give me a moment. This one's actually, it's interesting when we go pile from pile. They're so different in nature. Ooh, okay, we have a high priestess here. I feel like you've been an easy target from birth. You've always been an easy target. It's just something about you. And that's not an insult. Just give me time to explain. So I feel like people have wanted to have control over you as well. Like it's funny with the high priestess, you know, not only is she an easy target, people feel like they own her, you know, or they try to own her, or they try to control her. She's that girl who people will always read the wrong way. And then she tracks narcissists where they want to reign over her or control her. It's interesting how the moon is by her feet, you know? It shouldn't be by her feet, you know? Because she's so in tune. But with the high priestess, it always takes time for her to get into her power, you know? Look at the 5 of Wands over here. We have people here trying to control you. 6 of Cups, I feel like this is past life energy. Like past life enemies as well, who are just coming back for you to kind of learn something. Now with the 7 of Swords here, this is some nasty, nasty energy. I feel like, you know, okay, so we haven't had it so bad. I mean, yes, we had it a little bit bad in pile 2, but this is like on a whole nother level where I feel like with the 7 of Swords, someone's just stealing energy, stealing your self-worth. It's like evil people trying to do some evil things, and you're just like that target, and I just don't know why. I mean, we will draw cards for advice. You have a creativity with the Ace of Wands that's within you, that they know, but they never let you know. So these people could have, whoever these people were that were toxic in your life, they could have sensed your ability, sensed that you were different, but they would have never told you. So what do I mean by that? When we see somebody and we feel all that, and then we're like, wow, you're so beautiful, like your energy is amazing. I really love you. I blah, blah, et cetera, et cetera. These people felt all that, but never wanted to tell you. So they hid it from you. And that's part of the stealing, I feel like, as well. In the sense where we're not honoring or contributing to her becoming into her power. We have the 10 of Cups here. I don't know if this is family that did this. I feel like with the 4 of Swords and the Death card, you're currently in the midst of, not speaking to them, not having anything to do with them. This could be like, my parents are my first bullies. This feels like childhood, since childhood. So I'm definitely going to put this one I'm going to go with my gut on this one. And this feels like family who were just like literally out to get you from birth. There's a few of you who could feel like you're not even connected to your family. It's like, these are my parents? Like, really? Are you sure I'm not adopted? Like, are you sure? Are you sure? I mean, I felt that in my life. I was just like, what the hell's going on here? I mean, the only person I was connected to was my grandmother, but everybody else felt like weirdos, like, it's like, I don't get it. I have so much to offer, and then why am I being born into this family? So it feels to me like family. Now, if it's not family, just go with whoever you feel like has been toxic to you. But I feel like this is nasty energy. Nasty energy because of 7 of Swords. And then we have this card where people are trying to control outcomes or control the High Priestess, There could have been elements of you with the High Priestess. She's not the most outgoing. She's not the most assertive. So maybe in your earlier days when this was happening, you weren't speaking up for yourself, okay? You were not speaking up for yourself. You were kind of maybe even to some degree participating in this, like allowing it to happen, okay? Because she's not that forthcoming. The High Priestess is always going to be passive aggressive. She's going to just look at you. You'll see it within her eyes that she's not happy, but she'll never really tell you, okay? Now, Death card, it also makes me feel like this is part of transformation. It's part of soul growth, okay? So there's very much this action being done to someone when they're a child. And listen, if you're looking for me to say that you chose this, that will never happen. Okay, I do not agree with that in the spiritual community when they say we chose this to happen to us so we could evolve. I don't know that for a fact. Nobody knows that for a fact. So I will not speak on that. But it could be part of maybe your soul evolution where at this point you feel like maybe you've learned things, maybe they taught you kind of how to kind of go forward in life, or maybe be your authentic self, or not to accept this. So I feel like getting back to the topic of why these people are so toxic towards you is because they knew who you were. And there's elements of these people actually being quite evil with the darkness within them, with the 7 of Swords, and recognizing it on an unconscious level and trying to put a stop to it. So I really feel like to some degree with maybe just a few of you out there, this could even be a potential situation where you could have been like hunted for and maybe even tried to put like an end to, okay? You were sought after to kind of put an end to. There could have been situations in your life where you could have probably like lost your life, okay? And like I said, this could just be for a few of you out there, but I'm gonna go with my gut, and that's what I feel. which is extreme. It's extreme. A lot of faces that are so-called friends, family, but like with this energy behind them. It's like you could see it in their smile, you could see it in their eyes, but like it took a while for you to do something about it. But I feel like you are doing something about it now, because it feels like to me with the Four of Swords and the Death card, you're no longer on speaking terms with them, or you're in the midst of a transformation as far as dissolving this energy between you and them. Because maybe you felt like it was very much like a tie that you could not break. Now, I'm going to get to cards, like we definitely need some advice for this one. So what's the advice for pile 4? Our rose quartz. Wow. What is the advice for this pile? We need some advice. Goodness. I mean, how beautiful is that? How beautiful is that? So I feel like these people were actually driving you mentally ill. We have this man here on the 9 of Wands who has the bandage on his head. It's like, oh my God, these people were driving me nuts. Like I actually went maybe even to a point mentally ill over it, okay? I probably had some sort of anxiety, depression. Maybe you were on pills for it. But look what you've done. You've transmuted the energy, and look at you now thriving, girl. Look at you. You're thriving. And not only are you thriving, you know, health-wise and mentally, you're making dollars. And, you know, this could be that you're making dollars off of this trauma, okay? You could be making dollars off of this trauma. And what do I mean by that? I don't know. Maybe you're talking about it on YouTube. I don't know. Maybe you're helping other people who went through it. This is a journey with this pile. This is a journey. This is no joke with this pile. I would love to hear the feedback. Because I feel like with this pile, it's like on another level, it's deep. This is not just like, you know, someone who's envious because of how you look. This is deep, okay? Now let's draw a card from this beautiful Britney Carmichael deck. What this one's, align your intentions with your actions. So I think for the longest time with the eye, you had a knowing of what you had to do, but you weren't aligning your actions with the intention. So maybe you wanted it to go away. You were hoping and wishing for it to go away, but there was nothing that you were doing about it, okay? So now you're in your power. Look at the eye with these beautiful spikes coming out of it. It's the all-knowing eye. You are even maybe to some degree psychic about this. Okay, maybe you're a psychic. I mean, we have the High Priestess, we have the eye. This could be a psychic who, you know, I want to tell you something. People who are psychic, they have usually traumatic lives, okay? They're not welcomed really into this world. And what do I mean by that? I'm talking about the immediate people who are around them. Because what happens is that the darkness that roams this planet, it can totally go into people's bodies, okay? I don't know if you're aware of that. You know, darkness can thrive. I mean, how does it thrive? It enters human bodies. So the darkness in those people's bodies recognized the energy in you and wanted to abolish you, just like what I said, okay? So now you're aligning your intentions with your actions. So what do I mean by that? Maybe you really took in the steps to cut them off. You know, it's hard to cut people off, okay? It takes years sometimes, and it's not the nicest thing, especially when it's family. It's not pretty, it's not fun, but you've done it. And because you've done this, now it's like, I feel like with the eye, it's like we're free. We're free of like torment that these people were causing me. Deep. This is deep, guys. I really don't even know what else to say. I would love for anybody who picked this pile to comment and give me the feedback, because it's insane. It's insane. And I resonate with it. I'm here to say that this is actually a real thing. It's happened to me. It happened to me. And you know, many years of just trying to abolish this energy. And I'm happy to say that I have done that. And I've been free for about maybe, I don't know, 4 years now. I've literally cut off everybody. And now when I'm actually in this energy, I only attract good things. So attracting good things very much has to do with your environment. You have to clean up your environment. You cannot manifest the way you want to manifest if you have a toxic energy or even environment with surrounding people. So whoever did this pile, there's only good things coming for you. I wish you the best. And just know that there's other people like you out there. You're not the only one. And congratulations as well, okay? So thank you so much, guys.